Wow, there are so many. Hello. Oh my goodness, I was trying to post. I was trying to post a link everywhere and I couldn't see the chat. Okay, give me 1 second. Wow. Hello. Hi everybody. Uh, wow, I'm super overwhelmed. I had no idea that many people. I've never done a YouTube live like this before, so I'm really super grateful that you're all here. I'm just I'm posting the link so that people can come and hang out with us. So give me 1 moment. Okay. And one more place. How is everybody? I'm so glad you guys are here. Aw, this is wonderful. Oh, hello. Okay. One last place. I'm just gonna post here as well so that everybody knows. It's such a shame when I hate the feeling when I miss a live chat. Okay. That should be good. All right. You have my full attention. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Tell me where you're from. Oh, wow. The chat is so fast. Texas, UK, Germany, Netherlands, Vancouver, Italy, Mexico, Toronto. Wow. So many places. Romania, France, Brazil, Lithuania, Russia. Wow. Well, welcome everybody. I'm so glad that we're all here together. I'm well. I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm really excited to be at Liquidity again. In just over a month, I'm going to be performing there. I can't wait. It's been a couple of years now. uh, the live chat is going to be about an hour, so I'm starting. It's about 1:30 for me right now, so I'm going to be going for at least an hour, just to hang out, answer questions. Whew, my goodness. Hello, everyone. Hello, Brazil. So, usually, what I do with my live streams is I start by taking questions, and then we can just have a conversation for a little while. If you have any questions for me, I can answer. I'm going to try and look as best as I can to the really fast chat. And yes, I hope that. Hi, Kathy. Of course, I remember you. Add donation button. How? Can you on YouTube? Donation button. Yo, I'm out of the loop, you guys. Super chat. Uh, really? You put donate button YouTube 5. This seems to be a very popular search. Um, oh, no, this is not going to help. Anyway, I guess I'll do that next time. I don't know how to do it right now. If somebody in my Discord knows how, maybe you can PM me, and then I can do your instruction. I speak two languages. I speak French and English, and French is my first language. Well, donation and you know, Patreon and things like that is what really it helps us artists. I don't ever take donation lightly because it's very important to us. So what's behind me on the fireplace? It's actually seeds that I'm trying to start. It's shiso seeds. Oui, le français est ma langue maternelle. I'm performing with Ramses B at Liquid City. Wow. Right. You need a PayPal account to add. I see. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to do that. My Discord is Yo, it's Veela. Here, actually, I'm going to um, I'm going to put a link here. This is the link to my Discord. I'm very active on there all the time. I go there at least once a day and chat with everybody. So that's a good place to hang out with me. I am not planning on producing vinyl because it takes too much capital. It's too expensive. No habla español. Un poquito. I live in Canada. What was it like working with Aram Shabazians? I don't know who that is. They probably used my vocal pack. I'm Canadian. Yes, I do lots of. Julian, thank you for being a listener for so long. Sometimes it's hard for me to believe that I've been doing it for that long. And yeah, I do drum and bass all the time. So what is the best thing about working with Zoe and Miyoki? Well, everything. I love Zoe and Miyoki. They're some of my best friends. Uh, they are so creative and so kind and considerate about everything. Uh, we always have so much fun when we work together. So I love those girls. Thank you, Noir Snow. I really appreciate that. My favorite food is olives. Wow, there's so much in the chat. It's hard to keep up. Where do you take inspiration for your vocals? Well, um, I'm assuming uh, I'm assuming you're talking about lyrics. And for lyrics, I took my inspiration from lots of places. It depends what I think about the instrumental. So when I'm listening to the instrumental, I usually listen in the dark with my headphones on, and I try to see some sort of story. And if I can't right away, I'll think of inspiration from video game or TV or movie or whatever. And if not from that, then from people around and what's going on in real life. Will I release new copyright-free music in the future? Well, most of my music people can use for lots of stuff. For most things, uh, as long as they ask, I usually don't take a license for that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, usually you can do that if you just ask. Have you ever written anything that was for a specific person or for a fan? Yeah, but I mean, I guess it wouldn't really be relevant to anybody because you wouldn't know who it was or whatever. But uh, there's a lot of songs that are for specific people, whether they know it or not. Usually they don't. But art, music is therapy, and it's when I'm angry about something or there's unfinished business or whatever, it's really easy for me to put that in a song. Will you ever post notes from your plot heavy songs like Group 12? The lyric book that I'm writing in right now is actually the lyric book where I started Group 12. And the plot notes for that are so thick. I don't know if thick. I don't know if I would uh, release those though. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm on the fence about it. Um, yes, for those asking about my Patreon, I'll just link my Patreon so that you guys, because that above all else is the best way to financially support me. Um, because give it even a tiny amount, it gives me some financial support. So I really appreciate it. That's the link right there. Yeah. So for group 12, I had this like huge. Yes, I will sing on the stream. So stay tuned. Um, I had this huge story in my brain. I was quite young when I did the group 12 story, and I didn't really know what I was writing about. So there was a lot of like uh, scientific things that I talked about that were just not real. And I tried to write about the army, and I don't know anything about the army. So I tried to do as much research as possible. But there was a lot of kind of like rookie mistakes that I made. Uh, I still love that whole EP and everything. Um, but releasing that kind of stuff, it's just kind of like embarrassing because I felt like looking back now, I'm just like, man, I should have done a little bit more research or maybe researched a little bit more. Can you tell more about Grow lyrics? Very sad, too close to me. Yeah, Grow. Grow was the last song that I wrote about my dad. As a lot of you know, I use FL Studio. And so it really, he's my best friend. Just the him and I were the closest. I've ever felt to anyone in my life. And I take so much inspiration from his good attitude and his humor and everything. So that was a very difficult loss for me. The song True Colors was what I wrote for myself to kind of get through that really hard time. And then the song Grow was after everything was finished. And the song Grow is kind of like exactly it's the exact events that happened on the day that he died. So however straightforward you want to take that or whatever, but that's what it was. So it was really hard for me to write, and no problem to remind me. Being able to be there with my dad when he went is a very good memory for me. It's one of the best days of my life to be able to help him beyond, to go beyond. And it's very special. So although it was very hard for me to write, I decided that that was going to be the last one, and it provided a lot of closure for me. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Cash, are you really awake when I'm awake? The universe is gonna explode. Hi, Lori. Little pregnant cutie. She's gonna have a baby soon. I can't wait. Who are your favorite female singers? From Pete. Well, my ultimate. How do you pronounce your name? Veela. Veela. My favorite female singers. Well, my ultimate favorite group is the Antwoord. So Yolandi is like my ultimate, like, best inspiration for everything. She inspires me to do everything that I do. Whenever I do anything, I think, okay, well, am I doing this authentically with integrity? And is it what I want it to be? Is it my vision, right? Because that's what the Antwoord does, and that's what Yolandi does. I had the wonderful opportunity to see her live, um, last year, 2 years ago, and it was just amazing. She represents so much that I want to be, and yeah, she's an amazing woman. Ninja's amazing too, but as far as women in music, she's broken a lot of barriers as well. So Yolandi is she's my hero. I love her so much. Okay, let's see. Do you think you'll ever try voice acting for film or TV? You know, I've tried to be a voice actor a couple times, but first of all, I don't really know where to start. And that's never an excuse to not do something, right? But to me, it was like, first of all, I think my voice is a little bit too, like, unique. Like, I feel like with how I speak and everything, like, they would know it was me, you know? So it would have to be somebody who wants to hear my specific voice for a character. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I would love to do that, but I have not had an offer so far that I could accept, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's see here. I've never dyed my hair. What are your thoughts on ASMR? Do you ever want to make ASMR? Well, ASMR, I kind of like, I thought about it. Like, I'm not passionate about ASMR, so it's not something I would do like because I enjoy it. It would be something I do for money. And that's just, I don't know, like, if you're ever going to do something, it needs to have 2 of 3 criteria. Either you're making money, you're having fun, or you're learning something. So if you're not doing 2 out of those things, it's not worth it. If you're making money and having fun, great. If you're making money and you're learning something, great. If you're learning something and you're having fun, great. But if you're only doing one of those things, it's not worth it. It's not worth to spend your precious time to do. So for me, if it's only making money, not worth it, right? So I kind of thought, okay, well, how can I tap into the ASMR market without doing straight like I'm eating super loud, for you or whatever? Uh, is I did my Lovecraft in the bath, right? So I do the bath portion, but then I also do audiobook, and I do those very close to the microphone, so you can kind of hear what my mouth sounds like, and you can hear my voice and everything. So I hope that that kind of is the best of both worlds because I love narrating those stories. Oh, I'm glad you like Subsurface. I love that one too. Any advice for people starting out with music? Um, yes, be consistent. Enjoy yourself. Be unique. Don't try to be like everybody else. I know that sounds so generic, but like the music world is very saturated. And so you have to have something that makes you stand out a little bit. Um, but the number one thing is be consistent with your quality. Continue releasing things. Don't get discouraged if you don't get, you know, feedback right away or views right away, because you have to start somewhere. And ask for help. Contact people you admire. Say, wow, I love what you do. That's what I did. What I did was I said, hey, I love what you do. Could you tell me what you do? Or could you listen to my song and give me some feedback or whatever, right? So just be a part of the community, talk to people, and really like find joy, and don't be afraid of failing, because if you start making decisions based out of fear, it's going to show instead of making decisions based on excitement, right? So you have to really like enjoy what you do, because once your art becomes your job, it gets a lot different, and you have to continue like sustaining yourself through that time. What were the lyrics of Champion about? Well, Champion is the producer for the song Breathe. So I'm assuming you're talking about the song Breathe. Um, and that one was about connecting with somebody. Um, you know, when you're in kind of that like environment of a festival that doesn't mirror real life at all, and you connect with somebody, you have a wonderful time, and then they're gone and you never see them again. And I wanted to write about that phenomenon because it's also kind of like a bumpy like summer tune. So I felt like it fit. Okay, let's see. Do you do any else sort of art except music? Yes, yes, but I don't share it as myself, right? Because I feel like this is just music, and that's what I do with this platform. Thank you, Elliot. I really appreciate that. My arm tattoo? Yeah, my arm is twisted. You can't really see it. It's kind of like it's a design. Me and my sister both have it. Un petit mot pour votre fan de français? Oui, ben allô. Merci pour venir. Euh, je veux faire plus de musique francophone. On va voir. I feel like your accent completely disappears in your songs. Is that difficult? Well, it's not on purpose. I feel like it doesn't really. I can still hear it, but the best example of that is the Spice Girls. So do a bit of research. Enjoy rap music. Rap is life. I love rap. That's my favorite kind of music. Um, what would you want to be if not an awesome singer? Well, I'm I'm the kind of person who's kind of like I would be happy doing a lot of things. I find a lot of joy in different stuff in my life. So if for whatever reason I couldn't sing tomorrow, I would probably be I would be a gardener, or I would run a dog rescue or something like that, right? So there's a lot of things I'd like to do. Is Crayon dead? Yes, he is. Are you 100% Canadian? Yes. Um, is there a way to donate to this stream? Not right now because for some reason I didn't realize you could put a donate button. This is my first time doing a YouTube live stream. But you can donate through my Patreon, which is the best way to support me because this gives me reliable income that other platforms cannot. So I really appreciate that. That's the link to my Patreon. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. Are you doing a meetup again before Liquid City? Are you going anywhere else in Europe? No. This time I'm only showing up at Liquid City. I'm going to be there for a very short time due to financial constraints. What is cortisol about? Is the last part of the song the cause of the trauma? Cortisol is a little bit vague, but the main idea is that the stress is going to kill me, right? That's what the chorus means. And it sort of follows the story of a young woman who went to the city who regrets her decision and now she's having to pay for it. So yes, the stream, I've been told that YouTube saved the stream, so I'm going to be posting it after. Don't worry about that. What does Eneyuki Yomare mean in No Story? It doesn't mean anything. It's gibberish. It's my little Roixop moment. And Sigur Ross moment. What's your guilty pleasure song? I don't have any, because you shouldn't be guilty about liking anything. Would you do voiceover for a movie if you could? Yes. Send me those opportunities because I'd love that shit. Oh, thanks, Igori. I appreciate that. Man, there's some whack questions you guys are sending me. Why don't you organize more one-on-one calls during the year for Skype? You know, I've kind of thought about doing like that, just being something you can buy on my website. Haven't tried it. I mean, maybe I should. I usually do it kind of in tandem with my custom songs at the end of the year, but that's a good idea. Like maybe I'll look into that a little bit more. Always curious about the lyric in the song Cortisol. Caught her listening to butt rock down low, 2 joints in her sock. What are you curious about? I thought that was pretty straightforward. She got caught by the police. And on top of it all, she's listening to butt rock. Arthur, who is Arthur and Medic, a wonderful musician who I've worked with a lot, asked, do you prefer more sci-fi sounding music or fantasy sounding music? Does it all depend on how it makes you feel? I mean, honestly, I I don't I seem not to gravitate to like sci-fi or fantasy sounding music. I gravitate more to simple music because like simple instrumentals because it gives me more room to play with. So when they're like super orchestral or super like big room, it's really hard for me to work with songs like that. Um, but if it's like chill and minimalistic, kind of like sci-fi, then yeah, I love it. As long as it's a little bit dark and melancholy, you know me. Are we going to hear more rap stylish music from you? Yes, I've got one on the way. Did you have any singing training or are you a natural singer? I think that singing training is kind of like up to you if you want to do that or not. I did not have any formal training, but I do work on my voice my own way. Will you be posting any more makeup videos on Veela Style? No, I will not. Would you or do you work with unknown artists, people who have no real experience, if you like their song and can work with them on it? And I guess help them kickstart themselves into the world of music. So thank you for your question. I'm not sure how long you've been subscribed to me or listening to my music or whatever, but that is mostly what I do. Is usually I will work with people who are like no names or don't have that many followers, and just make music for the fun of making music. Um, Most of the people that I work with, the majority are like that, and yeah, that's what I love. My friend wanted to ask, oh, nut, please answer. I'll answer with nut. Are you going to do more drum and bass? Spelled incorrectly. Yes. What is your favorite animal? Well, I love dogs. I have a lot of favorite animals. I like dogs. I like insects, spiders, parrots, sugar gliders. Elliot, I was just joking. Butt rock is like, rock you hear on the radio over and over and over and over too many times. Do you have a day job that isn't your art and passion? No, I do not. Music is my full-time career, and it has been for about 7 years now, 8 years maybe. Um, and that's all because of people, sharing my music, listening, um, being patrons, all that kind of thing. So it's all because of you that I'm able to do this as a career. I do not have Snapchat. I used to, but it kind of blows up my phone and I'm not really able to use it properly. So I will sing something in live. That's usually the second part of my live stream. But for right now, I just want to make sure that everybody's had an opportunity to ask a question. It's 2 p.m. in my country. Well, where I live in my country. Hello, art. How much how much do you charge somebody on average to sing on their song? I do not charge up front to sing on a song. That's not something I've ever done, unless I don't like the song. Um, and they're willing to pay me money, but then they're not allowed to put my name on it. So, um, yeah, it's free. That's the short answer. Um, I saw this question as well as how do you get clubs? Well, I have people submitting to my email, contactveela@gmail.com. Right now, my wait list is 6 months long, so I'm not accepting these submissions. But when I do, I usually make a post and people send me their music. I sift through and usually I'll find a couple that I really like, and then I work with them. But an upfront cost is not part of it. I always split royalties with the person at the end of it, as it should be. I do have an Instagram. I can link it right now. My Instagram is Veela Music. I will link it right now. Yes, Aether is a joy to work with. I really like him. Thank you, Thomas. Do you have a song you're most proud of? I'm not sure. Uh, that's kind of like what's my favorite song. What song am I most proud of? I'm thinking hard. I mean, the most proud of, like, the hardest song for me to write was Grow, and that's why I called it that, because it was kind of like closing a chapter of my life and moving on to the next phase, where this person was so close to me just wasn't there anymore. So that one was very difficult for me to write, record, and everything like that. Now, uh, but another one I guess would be I'm really proud of Ask for Help, because that one represented me being able to do the kind of music that I wanted to. So I took a big risk with that song and it paid off, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. Uh, yes, I have new people asking for my Patreon, so I will link it again. This is my Patreon, and I really appreciate anything. Anything helps. Uh, Leighton, sorry to repeat my question. Would you say the quality of music is purely subjective? Yes and no. Um, Usually, it's just if I like it, purely. That's it. Is I get a lot of songs that are very well mixed, very well mastered, would be good. Some people would like it, but it's just they don't vibe with me. And others, other like, but at the same time, I also get songs that I do like. I like the idea, but it's so poorly mixed. And honestly, usually I let that slide just for a good song. And yeah, I'm not gonna list off the ones that I released with with that being a thing. Um, but to me, it's more important that the instrumental, the idea is good, the song idea is good, and that I really vibe with it, than it being like a really clean production. And as usual, I like dark hip hop, I like chill out, I like melancholy D&B. Those are the things that I like. How many dogs do you have? I have one dog. I had two, but I recently lost my other one. Do you ever get angry? It takes a lot to make me mad. Are you going to Liquidity Festival? Uh, yes, I'm performing there, so I better go. Do you like lo-fi? I love to listen to it, but I don't like to like. Well, I've never tried to write vocals to it, so maybe if I got a really good lo-fi song, I could try. What do you think of the songs you made in the past? Do you ever think of remastering them, or are you fine with them as they are? Um, the songs that I made in the past are very special to me, especially the very old ones, because um, they represent everything that I needed to do to get to where I am now. And so they don't need to change at all because they were perfect in getting me here. And I'm so grateful for the position that I have right now. Um, Although it's not, like I'm not super famous or whatever, but I'm able to support myself doing my music. And that's so important to me. Uh, and doing those older songs and the older works is what got me here. So they're perfect just the way they are. I'm not really interested in remastering them. What would you say to aspiring producers starting out on YouTube? Well, producing, I mean, I'm not like a super popular producer, so I guess maybe I'm not the best person to ask. But being also a musician on YouTube, I guess a lot of this stuff still applies. So, like I said before, be consistent, be joyful, be very nice when interacting with new people, new listeners. Ask them for advice, work with other musicians, collaborate, work with vocalists, and release music for free at the beginners until you have kind of more clout to be able to ask people for payment. Which source of income do you get the most from? Patreon, YouTube, or other? As a someone who gets their income online, uh, like most of us, my income comes from a lot of different sources. So I have my vocal pack that I get money from. I get YouTube, I get Patreon, I get song royalties and donation. And the highest earner out of all of those is certainly song streaming. So Spotify, um, song royalties, all kind of falls under that, and that's my main earner. So if you buy my song, if you stream my song on Spotify, I get money. So that's the main one. Then after that, it's Patreon. Patreon is huge. Um, be, not so much in the dollar amount because that kind of you know it can be a little bit less, but it's consistent. I know what I'm going to get, so that's huge for me. Uh, Patreon is a very big deal. It's a big game changer for creators. And then YouTube, but YouTube fluctuates a lot, so it's not reliable. Uh, 1 month you get a few hundred, the other month you get 50. It's like not reliable because ad revenue changes, right? Uh, my Patreon is here. The second song I'm most proud of is Ask for Help. That's the one I was talking about. You can donate to Patreon. And also, I have just kind of um, a basic donate link as well. Uh, it's on my website, and this is where you can kind of donate directly to my PayPal, a flat amount. Thank you, Woody. I appreciate that. Oui, je peux dire quelque chose en français. Bienvenue. Are you established in the music business as you want to be? If not, how much more growth is intended? You know, I don't think that we I don't think that we really get to choose that as artists. I think that um, if you are doing things like while having fun and you're doing things that you enjoy and you're not forcing it, I think that you get sort of this nice organic growth. Um, I know a lot of my colleagues, when I speak to them, they're just not getting the financial numbers that they need to sustain themselves. And I think that that's because the community connection isn't there. So I focus on that the most, right? As I am right now, I'm able to support myself, and I'm really happy about that. And I feel like I've made a name for myself in the industry that I'm in. And so at the same time, I would like the opportunity to work with some like huge producer, like like Diplo and Switch and things like that, right? So I'm not sure. We'll see. Thank you. Male D&B singers are fly. They're great. Have you ever tried to write a novel or something like that? I adore your lyrics. Do you have any advice for writing and writers? Um, I've never tried writing a book. I feel like I'm not quite cut out for it. Like, that's just not really like. Yes, I've worked with Sizzlebird. Love Sizzlebird. Um, yeah, so I don't really know. I don't think I have advice for writers because I'm not a good writer. I'm not like a good writer. Like I've written a lot of lyrics, but that's kind of like a very isolated type of writing. Um, I do get writer's block and things like that, but it's not like on a grander scale of like doing a novel or something, right? So yeah, I guess I feel like I'm not quite the person to be giving that advice. I don't feel like I'm in a position to give that advice, I guess. Why did you choose the profession of cam girl? Because I like tokens. Etherwood would love to work with. Yeah, yeah. I want to work with Etherwood. I love your old tracks like Crane, Go Back Home, and Mistress Intuition. Do you think you're past that style of collab now, or is it just a matter of artists coming to you with the right track? That's interesting because I feel like I still continue to do tracks like that. Go Back Home was kind of like an old style D&B. The track I just released with 60 was similar to that. Um, Crayon was trancey. Never really got another trancey song that I liked, and yeah, Metreon, another kind of like housey um, song. And I feel like if a song came like that, then I would do another one. How did you learn Atlantean for Go Back Home? uh, I didn't. I kind of like looked up as much about Atlantean because Atlantean was a real language that they created for the movie, right? So like a real linguist sat down and wrote speech for Atlantis, and so yeah, based on the mechanics of how that language worked, based on the guy who wrote it, um, I was able to sort of write stuff for the song that me and Miyoki did. For the song that I did for Go Back Home, that was just a quote from the movie. Soleshmato no at malotachto, quam. That's what Kira says in the movie Atlantis, Disney Atlantis, uh, when she goes up into the crystals and leaves him behind. Yeah, that one's a quote. Do I have a favorite video game? Well, the one that I play the most often um, is Overwatch, but my favorite is a tie between Riven from the Myst series and Bioshock 2. When you were starting out and planning a career as a singer, were there people who doubted you, or were you met with support and encouragement? I think most people doubted me, um, but it wasn't out of like a place of hatred or whatever. It was out of love because they didn't want to see me hurt. And but I just knew I could do it, so I was just like, watch me. How much do you work each day on music, and is it work? Um, 2 hours of like active sitting there creating a song. The other hours in my day, I still work on my business, but I'll be answering emails or working on merch or whatever, right? So, but the actual active creating of things, you get burnt out very quickly. So it's very important to not let that discourage you and just continue on. The next day you'll do a couple more hours, and before you know it, you've got a song finished, right? Um, and is it work? That depends on you, right? So some days it will feel like work if I'm not feeling it. If I'm paid to do something that I don't really enjoy, that can feel like work. Uh, and yeah, I think that creative people really need to learn to cultivate discipline because, it's really easy to rely on inspiration and motivation. Um, and that's fleeting though. Sometimes you feel motivated, sometimes you feel inspired and you want to make something, but other days you just can't do it and you're not feeling like it, right? But that's where discipline kicks in. And if you've trained yourself to just do it, or, like when you sit in this chair, it's time to work on tunes, then it becomes a lot easier to be productive and have, like a workflow, like in a real workplace, not just a home studio. So, before my voice gets too tired from speaking, I think that for the last 10-15 minutes, I can do some singing. So, you guys can go ahead and spam what songs you'd like me to hear, or you'd like me to sing, who would you like to hear, and yeah, I'll take a look at it and see which ones are the most popular. Oh boy. Okay, I'll just write these down. So we've got Ghost, we've got Vagrant. Daughter Youth. Are you the person who wanted that for custom song that one year? I love that song. I still remember it. And you caused it. My Enemy, that's a good one. The Rude Sandstorm. I've got Ghost and Vagrant. Majesty. Okay. Okay, fortuit. Okay, let's start with those. Okay. You can stop requesting because I'm going to sing these. And if I still feel like I can, because I've already recorded today, I've been speaking for an hour and a half, and I'm going to sing 5 more songs. So we'll see. I've got Ghost, Vagrant, Majesty, Fortuit, and Forever Blue. So we'll start with those ones. That person asking for the donate button. I don't have a donate button. Please go to my Patreon if you'd like to donate to me financially. Okay, so I'm going to do it by just playing the song really quietly in the background so that I can kind of like keep time. I don't think it will bother you guys too much. So we'll do Ghost first. This one's very hard to sing, by the way, because it's so fast and there's so many words. But we'll do it. Okay, you ready? Just for a minute, I need some privacy. Headset off a stretcher and knocked out. Down the rocks to her head safe house. Yeah, I remember it all. Leave and shut out my calls. The air was so dusty, her armor getting rusty. She found thought she never had. Her young ones were just as bad. She wins that a weapon. Hole in her heart, feel like a lady. Fingers apart, cold, rugged, and waiting. I can't believe it, Jim. How did you know where to find me? You get the feelings and I really thought it'd cost me. Drops in her goggles, I'm of love. Something's really wrong and it feels awful. And even though her body's back to normal, once was a villain and it's hiding in her soul. I don't wanna know what she did. She is not who I am. At least that's what I thought. Now I'm second guessing. My suit's getting heavy. My suit's getting heavy. Something wants to be released. Something dark inside of me. Dark familiarity. Something dark inside of me. Dark familiarity. Thanks, everyone. She opened her eyes and watched the ruins and brought up the life and the love to lose. She shook at her lenses, they want her back soon. The moments alone becoming scarce and few. Sure, she could fight, but she's getting visions and these are unspeakable and personally did. She couldn't pose a threat to the ghost like this. He rescued her once, now it's time to save him. Ooh, there's a break. How did you know where to find me? Drops in my goggles, I'm of love. Something's really wrong and it feels awful. Yeah, I remember it all. Leave and shut out my calls. The air, wow, getting rusty. She found thought she never had. Her young ones were just as bad. She wins that a weapon. Hold in a heavy. Something wants to be released. Something dark in Dark familiarity, something dark inside of me. Dark familiarity. Anyway, you get it. You get the idea. Whoa. My YouTube just went crazy. How do you fail at your own song? Yeah, I know. It always happens on live stream because you guys ask me for these like super old songs that I haven't performed in forever, and well, that's what happens. But anyway, okay, so okay, we got Vagrant. Oh. There we go. I like this one. Jeffrey Blankenship. I like this one. There's a reason she's alone. You can't pin her down because no one needs a home and needs her around. She says there's beauty in the hills, chip in the sky. So don't be sad because I roam. It keeps me alive. To impress her, it's too damn hard. Stay loyal without going too far. If I see her again, promise I won't cry. It's water. It's not that fun. Okay. To impress her, it's too damn hard. Stay loyal without going too far. If I see her again, promise I won't cry. She wasn't back tonight, and I don't know about you. My money's on the night. It takes her away like I do. My charm is twinkling out of her eyes, She will never grow old or change her mind. She'll talk about it later on. From seeing the sights, there's something wonderful and odd about the escape. And while you want them to be gone, you want them to stay. To impress her, it's just too damn hard. I want her back, please don't go too far. If I see her again, promise I don't cry. Molly water, you. Oh, I'm glad. I'm drinking water. Stay loyal without going too far. If I see her again, promise I won't cry. She doesn't come back much. No one misses her like I do. I hope she's having fun, doing what she wants to, and send a postcard or two from the sights sometime. To impress her is just too damn hard. I want her back, but she's gone too far. If I see her, I can promise I won't cry. The end. Yay. I like that song. That one's really fun to perform too. Okay, what's next on my list? Majesty, oldie but a goodie. That's got a lot of low notes. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. It's not enough. I've given up. They're wielding guns. We've been taken over. Uncertain who's an instinct choose their every move to leave us cornered. I know it's true. Our sweat and blood and armored skirts, crimson storybook, pretty soldiers. As we grow up, there's nothing left. Bow and arrow in hand, stand up, follow orders. How cruel have we become to know what we have done tomorrow? Another one, dear, you're not here. We watch them leave our homes. We embrace steel, and now we know that we have control. Free our feel the drums and they hum so loud, shooting guns from a one-man crowd. Geisha of blades, wise and cold. It's hard to like choose which part to sing, because I love that like rhythmic part. And the love and the fun and not proud. I can't sing them both at the same time. How cruel have I become to know what I have done tomorrow? Another one, dear, you're not here. Wow. Identical, our virtues close and personal. So we have come, sister of blades, take my soul. Release my pain, one-handed blow. I'll be your leader to the other side. Now we ride, inclined to die. Women like us have come to find are seldom blind to life's many horrors. In strength they trust and keep in mind the people lost and left behind. Orient made free our souls. Geisha of bliss, ease my pain, one-handed blow. It's just a game, not a war. We cannot gain as we lose more. The end. I like that one. Okay, next. Foxy. This is my Patreon link if you enjoy what you hear. Okay. So, parti. Let's do it. Si j'avais confiance en elle, je la laisserais vivante au ciel. J'aurais dû la laisser faire. Quelle fortune, un ange sur terre. Ça me donne la peine, elle m'aime trop pour son bien-être. Enfin affronter mon dilemme, la garder proche ou lointaine. Et quand la nuit caresse l'air, nous nous trouvons ensemble et seuls hier. La grande lune ronde et claire. Pour vous le monde est un accueil hier. Si j'avais pu être insouciante comme toi, ça aurait marché. Mais moi j'ai des craintes si pleines. Ça pique aller, donc faites la fuite hier. La grande lune ronde et claire. Magique réunion fortuite hier. Cher loi d'aplomb, puis-je être libérée? Trust, true, use. J'ai résolu de me cacher. I'm too early. Guess I'll wait. Discord link. Yeah, I can put that there too. After this song. J'ai résolu de me cacher, ça surtout pour m'éloigner, calmer juste la bien élevée, jeune dame douce privilégiée. Un monde en faible, c'est tout que j'ai à offrir. N'attrape-toi pas dans le piège, évalue ton avenir. Mais quand la nuit caresse l'air, nous nous trouvons ensemble et seuls hier. La grande lune ronde et claire. Pour vous le monde est un accueil hier. Si j'avais pu être insouciante comme toi, ça aurait marché. Ça pique à l'île, on fait de la fuite. La grande lune ronde et claire. Magique réunion fortuite. And that's fortuit. Okay, last one on my list here is Forever Blue. And this one might be the last one. I'm starting to feel my voice a little bit tired. I'm seeing a lot of static though. Maybe I'll do static too after this. Okay. In the prairie of a rose, you've got time to wonder how your heart could never know just what you needed. And it's fair, I suppose, for the soul to be excluded, feel apart and stand alone, just like you used to. Hunt me down and bring me closer. Drag me up, stare me down. Find the source of my defenses. Forever Blue. Lock me in messes. Finally, I love this one too. Oh, I was going into the bridge. For a second extra and finally the air is thicker when it comes. Finally a sense bravery escapes the lungs and it dances with me. And finally you got it easy with the time you waste. Seems you're running from the system on your saving face. Are you really moving on? Are you moving away? Better tell us what you've always really wanted to say. Every minute I've avoided you, I've been closer to the earth and how it heals and soothes. My triggers and my rotor on the ocean floor. Once you get it, it won't be what you were lurking for. Hey, hey. I don't get instrumental like this anymore. Something feels a little old, just a little too familiar, like I've done this all before or read the story. And it's fair, I suppose, to dismiss it obtrusive, feel apart and not at home, just like I'm used to. Finally, the air is thicker and it lingers here for a second extra. And finally, the air is thicker when it comes. Finally, blue. Yay, Forever Blue. Okay, one last song. Static. Thanks, you guys. If you want to support me, please become a patron. It's the best way to support me. It's just a little too painful. Revisiting a place that's like a chain on my ankle, it's a strong emotion. At least. But the morning on the doorstep, it was pouring, and I'm upset I've been mourning the closeness our proximity left. Hide just around the corner from you, and your eyes cry, 'cause I know I can't face you. So comfortable and static, I ain't got no treasure in my pocket to give, and no, it'll take the pleasure out of taking a risk. I wanna know the measure of myself in the pinch, and without anyone to count on, do I stay rich? Inside my pocket I got a print, I should've put it in my wallet with the other tickets. I hold it in my palm, it keeps the sweat off my fist. Still up at your front door, hesitating. And if you all don't end up hearing from me, just know I tried to be so brave. Backpack, visa, clue, yeah, back, I kinda need ya. And if you all don't end up hearing from me, no, I stood at your front door for days. I couldn't bear it all, uncomfortable and static. The song is Static. I want to talk like I am never left this place, okay? I know a lot has changed and you won't see me as the same. But just this once, could we meet on neutral territory? It will hurt both of us, but less if you meet me halfway. Try for me, 'cause I know I can't face you. So comfortable and savage. I almost said savage. Backpack, pizza, clue, yeah, back, I kinda need ya. Just know I stood at your front door for days. I shouldn't bear it all, uncomfortable and static. Inside my pocket I got a print, I should've put it in my wallet with the other ticket. I hold it in my palm, it keeps the sweat off my fist. Still up at your front door, hesitating. And if you all don't end up hearing from me, no, I stood at your front door for days. I couldn't bear it all, uncomfortable and static. Yeah, I don't come back much, and I don't know if I should. Comfortable and Savage is my new song. Okay, guys, one last one. Cortisol or hang up? Well, that's an overwhelming hang up. I've been raring to go. Only your V tear it up once before. Been a minute, I admit it, that was on me. Been a minute, I admit it, it was daunting. Talking about things in the real life. You know, things in my bones that I feel like holding on the phone with an ease line. And the woman don't know how to be kind. He's like, baby girl, she a volunteer. She don't even have a need to really be here. Take what you can get. Have I been clear? Yeah, I get you're upset, but I'm done here. Okay, your immaturity disgusts me. I'd be better off if it was just me. My independence is always adjusting, only in proportion with how much I'm trusting. Boy, I got money on my mind, leave me alone. You want me all the time, I gotta go. You want me to be fine on your time. That's not how it works. Grow up or go home. You're right here, but I'm solo. In bed, but I'm solo. Now panicking solo inside. You wanna hold me, but you're not gonna get my time. You wanna know me, but ghost every time I cry. Be tear it up once before. Been a minute, I admit it, that was on me. Been a minute, I admit it, it was daunting. Talking about things in the real life. You know, things in my bones that I feel like holding on the phone with the knees line. And the woman don't know how to be kind. Hang up like, I got out cause I fell low. If I'm honest, I'm anonymously telling them off. I've been blossoming the opposite of feeling a loss. If I'm honest, I'm not gonna miss a sucker at all. If I'm honest, I could fuck a kiss or suffer alone. That's a promise I can duck fitted weather a storm. And I'm working on me in the nighttime. Feeling the sight line mirror back and go high end. I feel a crack, it's on my end. I need a map, don't know my hand. I'm tearing that, not so my friend. Want my Barack and Joe Biden in me. Generation depressed, do you feel me? Generation of stress, do you hear me? Our generation's a mess, and I see I see you pill popping and going higher. I'll make you miss a dose and keep you tired. You're right here, but I'm solo. In bed, but I'm solo. Now panicking solo inside. You wanna hold me, but you're not gonna get my time. You wanna know me, but ghost every time I cry. I've been raring to go. Only your V tear it up once before. Been a minute, I admit it, that was on me. Been a minute, I admit it was daunting. Talking about things in the real life. You know, things on my bones that I feel like holding on the phone with the knees line. And the woman don't know how to be kind. Hang up like. What it is, what it is, what it is, boy. Tell me what it is, what it is, what it is, boy. Yeah, good shit. Okay. Well, that's it. I'm not doing any more songs. So, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And I will make sure, now that I know that YouTube live stream works very well, I'm going to continue doing this when I do live stream. So, to get exclusive access to a half-hour live stream before everybody else, where I can actually see the chat box properly, become a patron. This is my Patreon, once again, one last time. And I have patron spending this time with me. It's really lovely to speak to you all. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.